Happy Saturday, wrestling fans. World Championship Wrestling is on the air. Welcome to Providence, Rhode Island. Josh with you.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Making his way to the ring at a combined weight of 855 pounds, Black Bart, Bill Irwin, and Hansen.
We are kicking things off with the World Six-Man Title Round 1 matchup. The Long Riders taking on Sam Houston, the Raging Bull, Manny Fernandez, and the Boss, Magnum TA. What a match to open up the show. Thank you so much for tuning in. And fans, I'm getting word that we need to cut to the back. There's an altercation occurring between Sting and Ivan Koloff. That right hand by Koloff, the U.S. champion, battling Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear. And Ivan just dropped the stinger. Ivan may have just knocked out Sting. Ivan putting the boost to the U.S. champion. A kick to the lower back. Fans, we got to get this broken up here. This is not a sanctioned match. We are trying to have a six-man tournament match here. And Ivan Koloff taking it to the champion. The Russian Bear has him up. And drives him hard to that concrete floor. We got to get back to the ring. Sam Houston, Magnum TA, and the Raging Bull already out here now. We've got to get some help for Sting, some medical attention. For our referee tonight, Bill Scott. The Raging Bull starting things off against Black Bart in this six-man title tournament matchup. Advancing last week, we saw the Horsemen, Barry Windham, Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, moving on to round 2. And the Raging Bull, Black Bart was going for his hated enemy, Sam Houston. Good suplex there by the Bull. Picks him up. Also advancing 2 weeks ago, we saw Paul Jones' Army winning. Ivan Koloff and Black Bart again going after Houston, suplexing him back into the ring. Not back into the ring for the first time. Clothesline by the Raging Bull. Black Bart moves out of the way. Luthez Perez. Fist and fire here from Black and Bart. And Bart now going over and makes the tag to Wild Bill. Magnum also tagged in. Magnum charging in, gets hip tossed by Wild Bill, and a quick tag to Stan the Lariat Hansen. We have one more match remaining in this first round. That'll be either next week or the week after. Then 4 teams will remain, the semifinals. Drives the elbow to the chest. Fans, next week we're having a big matchup. World Champion Ric Flair taking on Lex Luger. So be sure to tune in for that one. Luger looking to regain the title. Inverted atomic drop and a boot to the face by Hansen. A lateral press by Wild Bill. Good teamwork. And a kick out there by Magnum. As I was saying, Ivan Koloff, Baron von Raschke, and the Barbarian have advanced in the World Six-Man title tournament as well. I believe it's going to be that team taking on the Horsemen in round 2, the semifinal round. Tag made to Hansen. Good double team here by Wild Bill and Hansen. High cross body by the big man. 300 pounds coming off the top rope. Magnum catches the leg and trips him up. Magnum, of course, a former world heavyweight champion here in WCW. Hoping to get back in the title picture, but now he is hoping to place his focus on those six-man titles. He and Fernandez and Houston would make a great trio. And a good representation of those championship belts. Title holders. Good suplex there by Hansen. Magnum trying to crawl over, going to the wrong corner. He is going the wrong way. Hansen picks him up. And Van Sting is being checked right now, I'm told, by our medical team. He was ambushed by Ivan Koloff. Actually, it started with an argument. We put our cameras back there as fast as we could. And Sting took the worst of that fight. Ivan Koloff, one of the toughest wrestlers here in World Championship Wrestling. I'm sure he wants a shot at that U.S. title. Tonight, his comrade, Nikita Koloff, will get an opportunity to become the TV champion as he takes on the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. That's our main event tonight. Be sure to stick around for that one. Camel clutch here by Magnum TA. Also, here comes Black Bart coming in. He was going after Manny Fernandez. Manny moved out of the way. Then he went for Magnum and he moved out of the way. Good side salto suplex there by Magnum. And he will make the tag to Sam Houston. I think Manny wanted in there. There was some hesitation there. I heard him shouting. But Sam gets the tag. Vicious clothesline by Houston. Also tonight, big matchup. A grudge match. Weeks ago, we saw the Midnight Express attack the Rock and Roll Express, keeping them from getting a World Tag Team title shot. Well, tonight, the two will settle the score. It'll be the Rock and Roll Express taking on the Midnight Express. The number 2 contenders, the Rock and Roll Express, taking on the number 1 contenders, the Midnight Express. And the winner will earn that tag title shot against the Road Warriors, either next week or the week after. Black Bart really taking it to Sam Houston. They hate each other. One of the most heated feuds here in WCW, Black Bart and Sam Houston. Sam trying to fight free, and does. We're under 15 minutes remaining in the time limit. If this goes to a draw, that means both teams would be eliminated. Big clothesline, and the winner of next week's matchup will get an automatic bye into the finals. Dragon Sleeper locked in. The same applies if it happens next week. The winner of this matchup would get a bye into the finals if we see a draw next week. Good kick out there by Houston, or the week after, whenever that next match takes place. Still card to be determined next week. Black Bart trying to break the arm of Sam Houston. Houston trying his best to break free, and does. Good punch to the breadbasket. Now lifts him into the corner, charging in. Wicked clothesline. He floored Black Bart. Really excited for that TV title match later on. The American Dream taking on the Russian Nightmare. Black Bart just flipped over. Gets up now quickly. And he took Houston down with a vicious lariat. Stan Hansen was proud of that. Knocked him out of his boots. But Houston battling back. Good jawbreaker. And Sam now going for the Bulldog. And he lands it. That's his move. The cover. Hooks the leg. Here comes Wild Bill. He makes the save. Would have been over otherwise. Wild Bill going to the middle rope. Houston knocks him right off. Not sure what Bill was thinking there. I guess he thought he was going to spring up there and take Sam by surprise. Sam just so quick. Hansen going for the clothesline. Nobody home. Manny Fernandez has him up. Good suplex there by the Raging Bull. And now the Bull picks up Black Bart. Manny snaps the head down. Picks him up. Good suplex and bridge. Did not go for the cover, however. Sold out crowd here tonight in Providence. Good elbow there by Black Bart. Bart has him up. A suplex slam. Great maneuver. Bart has nobody to tag in right now. No one standing on the apron for Black Bart to tag. Hansen's down. Wild Bill's down. Bart taking on 3 men, so to speak. At least it's not simultaneously. Drives him down. And now Wild Bill makes his way up onto the apron. Black Bart, a one-man wrecking crew. May not need any partners. Trying to shatter the kneecap of the Raging Bull. And the Bull rolls under the bottom rope and pulls himself up by the top one. Tag made to Wild Bill. Stan Hansen in there. He wants in, but Wild Bill tagged in. A suplex back into the ring. Great move there by Wild Bill Irwin. Big slam. Wild Bill wants Manny Fernandez, but Manny wants to make a tag here. Manny still, or excuse me, Wild Bill still going after Manny Fernandez. It got personal, but Magnum, the legal man. Magnum now with a snap suplex. Great execution. Stomping Wild Bill. Thank you so much for making us part of your weekend. Good side slam. A version of the belly-to-belly suplex, and he was poised and ready to execute that belly-to-belly, and that's why Black Bart came in from behind and Pearl Harbored him with that clothesline to the back of the head. Magnum never saw it coming. We've got chaos here. Good clothesline by Wild Bill, and now Stan Hansen snapmares the Raging Bull into the ring. We got 4 men in the ring right now. Should only be 2. Stan Hansen just threw Manny up and over the top rope. Meanwhile, Wild Bill puts Magnum on the top. I think these 2 are the legal men. Wild Bill, look at the strength of him. Good side suplex off the ropes. And now Wild Bill measuring the former world champion. He kicked his face off with that cowboy boot. A cover. Wraps up the leg. And he got him. Big upset win. The Long Riders will move on to the semifinal round in the 6-man title tournament. Impressive win over former world champion Magnum TA, who suffered the pinfall loss here tonight. Sam Houston gave it his all, came up short. And Manny Fernandez all losing here tonight. The team of Hansen, Irwin, and Bart moving on. Please don't touch that dial. Our big tag team match comes up next. Welcome back to the ring, wrestling fans. Tag team action coming your way. The Midnight Express taking on the Rock and Roll Express.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. On the way to the ring, accompanied by Jim Corey Webb. And at a combined weight of 488 pounds, Loverboy Dennis Webb and beautiful Bobby Eaton, the Midnight Express.
Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson seeking revenge against these 2 men who attacked them a couple weeks ago right here in this program, costing them a shot at the World Tag Team titles. The Midnight Express, of course, ranked number 1. The Rock and Roll Express ranked number 2. A top contenders match here tonight. Tell your friends. Tremendous ovation for Ricky and Robert, the Rock and Roll Express.
And their opponent, at a combined weight of 469 pounds, Ricky Morton and Robert Gibson, the Rock and Roll Express.
They love them here in Providence, and they're hoping for a victory by Ricky and Robert. What a dream match that would be. We thought we were going to get it a few weeks ago. The Rock and Roll Express taking on the Road Warriors for the World Tag Team titles. The Road Warriors have been champions for 90 days now, 3 months. A very long reign when it comes to the level of competition that's in World Championship Wrestling. 20-minute time limit in this one, and Dennis just floored Ricky with a wicked clothesline. That silenced the crowd. Ricky being manhandled here early on. Drives the fist between the eyes. And he calls out to the crowd. Ricky up quickly though. Ricky from behind. Has him up waistlock. Good back suplex by Ricky Morton. There's no love lost now between these 2 teams. There never has been. We talked about the feud between Houston and Bart ranking among the most heated here in WCW, but I think this one tops that. This feud is legendary. Dennis has him up. Beautiful suplex there by Condrey. And now a leaping leg drop across the throat. Great execution. Picks him up. You are watching World Championship Wrestling, the Major League of Professional Wrestling. Tag made here to Beautiful Bobby. Ricky, dazed. Good high cross body by Beautiful Bobby. He'll go for the cover, wraps up the leg, 1. A 1 count's all he gets. Robert wants in there. Bobby just shoved him in the back of the head. Now cranking the neck, trying to knock the man out. Drives the head against the mat, and the knee right to the mouth. I think he hit him in the jaw, actually. Gut wrench, side suplex. Great execution. Turns Ricky over. Another cover. Grapevines the leg. 1. A kick out. Dennis floored Robert Gibson with a forearm shot. The Midnight Express looking very hungry here tonight. They want that title shot against the Road Warriors. Side headlock here by Beautiful Bobby. Don't forget our U.S. Tag Team Champions. Tommy Rich. And Mike Rotunda. Either one of these teams could very well challenge them as well. But it's the World Tag Team title that is on their minds right now. That's what both teams want a shot at. Flying knee drop across the chest. About caved it in. Cover here. And Robert makes the save. Dennis missed. Waistlock. A good takedown. Thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. Whether you did it years ago or recently, I'm glad to have you on board. Thanks for tuning in each and every week. Roll up here by Beautiful Bobby. Clean pin here. Does not have the tights. I was going to say trunks, but it's the tights. Clothesline there by Beautiful Bobby. Stomps the arm. Coming in. Tag made. Double team coming up. Drives the elbow to the lower back. Definitely appreciate the comments too, so keep those coming. Camel clutch here by Dennis. Trips him up. Scoops him up and slams him down. Glad to see that Sid Vicious and Demolition made the Hall of Fame recently. I believe there was someone else, right? There was somebody really great. I just can't remember. Cover here by Dennis. If you remember, put it in the comments, please. Who else went into the Hall of Fame this year? I know it was Demolition and Sid Vicious. I thought there was somebody else a little bit more modern, I think. More recently retired. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Double team coming up again by the Midnight Express. Good assist on the high cross body. And Jim Cornette looking very pleased. The Midnight Express have dominated this match from the get-go. They want that title shot. Good shoulder tackle there by Robert. I am not sure who will get a title shot if both of these teams would be double disqualified or double counted out, or if they reach a time limit draw. Who would get that title shot? I don't know. Maybe the U.S. Tag Champions? That'd be a great match. Mike Rotunda and Tommy Rich against the Road Warriors. And Robert has him. Rocks him with a DDT, and for the first time, the Rockin' Express showing some life. Awesome DDT. He really rocked Bobby. Did not go for the cover. He's going to work on the leg here. Beautiful Bobby. Ankle lock. Also driving that knee right in the joint. A lot of pressure on the knee. A Beautiful Bobby. Headlock takedown. Robert's just such a good wrestler. One of the best scientific wrestlers here. The same could be said of Beautiful Bobby, however. But Bobby also a great high flyer. Robert has some agility and speed. And look at that. Robert took a shot at Dennis, and Dennis tried to kick him. Tag made to Ricky Morton. And now we got Bobby back in. Bobby charging in. Knee to the midsection. Knocked the wind out of Ricky. And that knee greeted him right in the kisser. Shoulder claw applied by Eaton. Bill Scott checking in to see if Morton wants to submit. Sweeps the leg out from underneath him. Clubbing blow there by Ricky. Our main event coming up next, wrestling fans. TV title on the line. The American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, taking on the #1 contender, the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. Scoops him up and slams him down. I'm sure Paul Jones's Army will be in the corner of the challenger. Will anybody be in the corner of the champion? We saw Magnum out here earlier. He is the closest friend of the American Dream. But also Houston and Fernandez also allies. So are the Rock and Roll Express. So any one of those guys could very well accompany the champion to the ring. Beautiful drop kick by Morton. And now Morton trying to catch his breath. Remember, he was socked in the stomach earlier. Good punch to the breadbasket by Ricky. Bobby was charging in. Morton just caught him right in the belly button with a solid right hand. Look out, here comes Condrey from behind. And he just took down Morton. Now going after Gibson. Knocks him off the apron with a right hand. Now stomping the knees of Ricky Morton. Come on, ref. Don't allow this. He's not legal. Dennis is not the legal man. He throws Ricky. Ricky grabs the top rope to prevent going to the floor, but gets sent down with a right hand anyway. Now we got all 4 men on the floor. Bobby throws Ricky back in. And he knocks Robert off the apron with a right hand. Bobby measuring Ricky. Clubbing blow. Picks him up. Good backbreaker by beautiful Bobby. And he is going up top. He is looking for the Alabama Jam, the flying leg drop. And Morton moved out of the way. Good heads up move by Ricky. And now Ricky grabs Eaton. Has him up. Standing vertical suplex. Great maneuver there. Stomp in the back. Morton picks him up. Another beautiful drop kick right on the button. Has him up again. Morton now working him over. Fires him into the corner. Tag made. They're going for the double drop kick. If they can land it, they're going to move on to next week, and they got it. They hit him right on the kisser. And now Gibson with the cover, but Morton made the mistake of leaving the ring. And that allowed Condrey to come in and break up the pin. Critical mistake there by Ricky Morton. And now Jim Cornette just tossed a chair into the ring. Robert was going to slam Dennis onto it, and Bobby made sure that didn't happen by knocking him out of his arms. Good heads-up move by Eaton. And now slings Gibson off the ropes. Cover, hooks the leg. 2, a near fall, a 2 count. Bobby measures him, has him up. Beautiful suplex. And Bobby's going for the cover, hooks the leg. 1, a 1 count. Ricky was sliding in like he was diving for home plate. Big right hand by beautiful Bobby. And Gibson just collapsed. His head just bounced off the mat. Beautiful Bobby waiting for Gibson to get to his feet. Off the top. Beautiful missile drop kick by Eaton. That's a move we don't see often from him. And a roll up here. Might have the tights. Come on, ref. Look at the hand. Look at the hand, ref. He might have had that belt for extra leverage. I don't think he had the tights, but he had the belt, I think. Or bandana, whatever you want to call it. That's around the waist of Gibson. Now Dennis tagged back in. A second knee against the back of the head. Dennis measuring Gibson now. Wasted a lot of time, and Gibson playing possum. Good Russian leg sweep by Robert. Morton trying to rally the crowd behind them. Epic matchup here between the 2 greats in tag team wrestling, the Midnight Express and the Rock and Roll Express. Another beautiful dropkick, this time from Robert Gibson. They have perfected that move for sure. It's even better when they do it together, and it might be happening right here. Tag made to Ricky. First time it was on Bobby. Now they're going to give Dennis a taste of it. Beautiful double drop kick. And now Ricky with a quick cover. And Robert stepped out of the ring. Bobby's not able to help his partner, but somehow Dennis able to kick out. They must not have gotten him flush, because most people can't kick out of that double drop kick. They must not have hit him full force. Bobby's winded. He couldn't even come in to help his partner. Almost cost his team the match there. Now Bobby coming in. Look out, Ricky from behind. He went after Robert. Robert moved out of the way. Eaton inadvertently hit his own partner. He was aiming for Robert. And now Robert climbing the top rope. Waiting for Dennis to get to his feet. Jim Cornette's getting involved now up on the apron, yelling at Robert. Went for the drop kick, and it was deflected by Dennis. Whips him into the corner. Charging in now. Tag made. Dennis was just yelling obscenities in the ear of Robert Gibson there. It's a good thing you didn't hear it. Cover here by beautiful Bobby. Down goes Ricky. No, near fall. 2.5. Bobby thought he had him. It took 2 right hands from Condrey to knock Morton off the apron. The first one kind of just bounced off him. The second one connected and sent him sailing off the apron. What a tag team match here. It's everything we thought it would be and more. Dennis calling out to the crowd mockingly. They are not rooting for the Midnight Express. He rocked him with a DDT. Robert might be done. He picks him up. Tag made the beautiful Bobby. Double team, good snapmare. And now Dennis picks up Bobby. There's the leg drop. And he connected with full force on that. Cover, Ricky trying to break up the pin. Dennis stopped him. And the Midnight Express are going to move on. The Midnight Express just pinned, defeated the Rock and Roll Express here in Providence. And the fans unhappy. Hear the boos here. But it was a good win by the Express, the Midnights. Great matchup here. And the Midnight Express will have earned that tag team title shot against the Road Warriors in the coming weeks. Either next week or the following. There you see it. Ricky moved out of the way, but the Midnight Express come out on top.
Here are your winners, Loverboy Dennis and beautiful Bobby Eaton, the Midnight Express.
Don't touch that dial. Our main event comes up next.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Television Championship.
The Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, will challenge the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes, here tonight in Providence for that World Television title. Rhodes is in his second reign as champion. It has lasted 21 days. Will it end here tonight? Will it be a short reign for Rhodes? And as suspected, Koloff brought some friends. First of all, his manager, number 1 Paul Jones. And of course, teammates. Barbarian and that man front and center, Ivan Koloff, the Russian Bear. We saw him attack Sting earlier. Good update on Sting. He suffered no injury during that attack. And Sting ready for a match against Ivan Koloff in the coming weeks with the U.S. title on the line. Paul Jones would love to collect 2 of the 3 singles titles here in the first half of this year. And he has the opportunity to do just that. First of all, with that TV title, if Koloff, Nikita, can knock off Rhodes. Other members of Paul Jones's army, Warlord and Baron von Raschke, not in the building tonight, I'm told. But you never know, they could be lurking under the ring. Maybe they sneaked in. Rhodes wants to have eyes in the back of his head, especially with 3 men in the corner of the challenger. Will Rhodes come out with anyone in his corner? The Rock and Roll Express, probably not in any shape to come out here and offer any kind of support. Magnum TA might not be either. We saw him lose earlier tonight. It's been a night for the bad guys to reign. Hopefully, a lot of the fans anyway, hope that won't continue. They're hoping that Rhodes retains here tonight. Let me know what you think of the added music. It always sounded so silent without it, and I found some copyright-free music to plug in. I know it's WWE style, but what are you gonna do? At least the video won't get flagged for copyright and be taken down. That happened to one video a couple years ago. It was Hulk Hogan's Real American song. Someone in Russia flagged it and claimed copyright ownership. Here comes the World TV Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Fans eagerly await, and there he is. And he brought Ron Garvin with him. I didn't know Garvin was in the building. The man with the hands of stone has the back of the World Television Champion here tonight, and Rhodes is gonna need it. All the support he can muster against the Russian Nightmare. A tremendous ovation for the World Television Champion in reign number 2. 21-day reign so far. Will it continue past tonight? Let's go down to our ring announcer.
Introducing the challenger from Moscow, Russia, weighing in at 267 pounds, Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff. Introducing the champion from Austin, Texas, weighing in at 270 pounds, he is the World Television Champion, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes.
What a matchup this one should be. Sit back and enjoy it. It's been a busy past week for me. This past Sunday, April 26th, was my 48th birthday. You know, when I was 47, I was associated that with Tom Glavine, a great pitcher. That was his number. But when you get this old, it gets to the point where there aren't many good baseball players who have a number that high on their back. In fact, I think it was Ricky Henderson who joked during spring training that if a guy got a high number, in other words, if you took the first number and added it to the second number, and it totaled more than 100, there wasn't a very good chance he was going to make the team. So in other words, if he was 67, he's going back down to AAA, maybe even AA. Let me know if you think of a great baseball player with the number 48, or football. I guess football would be more likely. You see a lot of higher numbers of good players there. That rule doesn't really apply to football. It does to baseball, though. I always hate the number 0. The Bengals are going to have somebody with the number 0 this coming season. It's like, what number are you? 0? This doesn't seem right. Right hands there by Rhodes, and Nikita rolls out of bounds. 15-minute time limit in this one. And we have until 7:05 to be with you tonight. If this one goes, it won't go past that. That's the good news. But it could end in a time limit draw. Big kick there by the Russian Nightmare. Picks up Dusty. Dusty with a fireman carry takeover. Good takedown by the American Dream. Good jabs there by the Dream. And the champion has him up. Good back suplex there. Ron Garvin looking on with glee. Nikita rolls out of the way. Front face lock by the Russian Nightmare. Scoops him up. Good body slam. And a cover, middle of the ring. Quick cover by the challenger. And gets a 1 count. So far, Ivan Koloff, Paul Jones, and Barbarian not a factor in this one. Neither has been Ron Garvin. Good elbow drop. And look at this. I said it too soon. Garvin said something to Koloff that Koloff didn't like, and they are jawing. And Koloff took his eyes off his opponent. It's going to cost him in a big way. Inverted atomic drop, the worst one you can get. That hurts worse than a regular atomic drop, I can assure you. High elevation on that backdrop. Had the man up in the lights. And now Dusty taps the elbow pad. He would love to drive that elbow right between the eyes of Koloff and pick up a win here tonight. Another successful title defense, perhaps, for Rhodes. 2. Nikita kicks out. Near fall. Wicked chop there by the champion. And the champion now sends the challenger into the corner. Face first into the buckle. Rhodes scoops him up. A snake eyes. And Nikita again rolls out of bounds, but Dusty in pursuit. Barbarian rolled out of the way. But Nikita just took down Ron Garvin. Some payback from earlier. Those two men had words. And Koloff just threw Garvin hard into that steel railing. I don't think the referee saw that. Had his back to it, to Nikita. Ron Garvin up quickly. Good pressure applied here by Koloff, the challenger. Dusty drives the chin to the top of the head. Desperation move, but effective nonetheless. Some of you probably shop on eBay or maybe sell on there. I do both. But this past Sunday, the website was glitching real bad, not working correctly. I think you couldn't even sign in. The problems continued into Monday, and eventually the site just crashed. Bear hug here by the Russian Nightmare. Has it cinched in, looking for a submission win. Bill Scott checking in. Dusty cries out, no way. And he's going to try to elbow his way out of this. Claps the ears and escapes. Good job of getting out of it. And Rhodes now, reeling. Drives him to the mat. Nikita was reeling from those rights and lefts, courtesy of Dusty Rhodes. And Rhodes trying to catch his breath. Nikita rolls out of the way. Looking for a suplex here. He just shook that off. Good move by Koloff. And again, Koloff being distracted by Garvin. And here comes Dusty from behind. That's the second time that Koloff has taken his eyes off his opponent. And both times it cost him. This time it might cost him dear. A good block there by Koloff. He knew it was coming. Dusty was going for that bionic elbow. Nikita able to block it. He needs to focus on his opponent. And so far, Garvin ahead on points when it comes to distractions. Ivan Koloff, Barbarian, number 1 Paul Jones have not made a difference in this one. Rhodes again taps the elbow. It could be coming, that bionic elbow. If he lands it, he's going to retain the title. And Koloff again rolls out of bounds. And look out, Ron Garvin coming over. Garvin picks him up. And Dusty's saying don't lay hands on him. It could cost him the match here. But Garvin did shove him. A wicked clothesline by Koloff, and he gives one to Garvin as well. And this has gotten personal between Nikita Koloff and Ron Garvin. Throws Garvin up against the railing. And now Nikita whips him hard in. Back first. A double axe handle to the face of Dusty Rhodes. Now the Barbarian coming over. Koloff, military press, slams him down. And Garvin up in the face of Koloff again. They're going to get double counted out here. We're going to see a double count out. Koloff back in the ring. He can't win the title by count out, and he's aware of that. He is going to break the count. Good heads up move by Koloff. He bought himself some more. He's going to pile drive Garvin, but Dusty stopped him. But Nikita scoops up Dusty and slams him down. He was going to pile drive Ron Garvin on the hard concrete, but Dusty prevented it. And now Nikita continuing his onslaught on Ron Garvin. 8 minutes remaining in this time limit. I don't think Nikita cares about winning the title. Throws him against the railing. He's going to get counted out. Referee up to 7. He has until the count of 10 to get back in. If Dusty knocks him off the apron, he'd be counted out. But Nikita back in there. Good suplex there by the challenger. Fans standing here in Providence. What a matchup. It's been a great night of matches. Bear hug here by Nikita. I think we're just going to focus on quality over quantity. Let's try to bring you about 3 matches a week and see how you like them. Claps the ears. I like to try to get everybody on the show within a 2 to 3 week period. But it's just hard to do when the roster is so big. I've talked about that before. I think it's best just to bring you the best matches. And a chair was just thrown in the ring by Ron Garvin. If Dusty uses it, he'll be disqualified. Same applies to Nikita Koloff if Koloff uses it. That was not a smart move by Garvin. 7 minutes remain. Covered here by the champion. 2. A near fall. Koloff barely got the shoulder off the mat. Dusty says should have been 3. Nikita rolls out of the way. There's the Russian sickle. But Koloff's got the chair. And referee Bill Scott yelling at him to get rid of it. And he just knocked down the referee. I think that was inadvertent. But he's got the steel chair. No! He's using it on the champion. Referee didn't see it. Referee didn't see it. He's going to steal the title. The cover. 1. Can he kick out? No, we got a new champion. Travesty of justice here tonight. But a new champion's been crowned. Referee Bill Scott was out. He didn't see it. And that backfired on Ron Garvin and Dusty Rhodes. That might cause some animosity between those two men. Regardless, we have a new television champion crowned here tonight. He is the Russian Nightmare, Nikita Koloff, and the Paul Jones's Army. Looking stronger here. Here you see Koloff was going to pile drive Garvin. Dusty saved him. And Ron Garvin didn't pay him back by throwing that chair in. Let's get the official word.
Here is your winner and new World Television
Garvin said he wants Koloff next week. He wants Koloff next week. Are we going to get that match? Will we get that match? You got to tune in next week to find out. Congratulations to Nikita Koloff. A sordid win, but a win nonetheless. We're out of time. See you next Saturday.